Hi there, my name's Colin and this is the Action Figure Resource video channel, the place for all your action figure news, reviews, tutorials and guides. Today I'm going to be looking at the LJN Thundercats Series 1 Line O figure, released in 1985. Before we take a look at that, don't forget to subscribe below, smash that like button and click on the bell icon to be informed of all my future videos. When you click on the bell icon, make sure you select all on the drop down menu so you receive notification every time I upload a new video. If you'd like to support this channel so I can continue making videos like this, you can become an AFR member on the link here or see the link in the description box below. When you become a member, you'll get access to my database of more than 60,000 action figures. Each action figure has information on its release date, manufacturer, accessories, rarity and historical value. You'll also find hundreds of videos, tutorials, guides and ebooks. Okay, so let's get on with today's video.
ActionFigureResource.com. Yesterday's toys, today's treasures.
The very first Thundercats action figures were released by LJN Toys in 1985. LJN were an American toy manufacturer and video game publisher founded in 1970 by Jack Friedman, who ran it until its closure in 1994. The Thundercats line of toys was extremely popular thanks to the popular cartoon of the same name. The cartoon was one of the most watched animated series on TV at that time. There were 3 waves of these figures released by LJN over a 3-year period. Despite their short run, they still remain very popular with collectors to this day, and many other companies have re-released modern day versions of them. The first wave included 4 heroes, 4 villains, a creature and 2 vehicles. These were packaged on 8-back cards that featured all the figures available on the back of the card. The centre of the card advertised the 4 heroes on the left and the 4 villains on the right. On the top section of the card, there were 2 panels featuring the Battle-matic action feature, and at the very top was the Thundercats logo. Below the panels showing the heroes and villains were the vehicles and the astral moat monster, and below this was the LJN logo and the proof of purchase. In France, the Thundercats line was known as the Cosmo Cats, and this was also reflected on the boxes and packaging for the LJN figures. The Line O figure was released in 1985 with the first wave of figures and featured the Battle-matic action, which was activated by pushing down a lever on his back that made his sword move up and down in a slashing motion. Line O was also one of only 2 figures in this line that had a light up eyes feature, the other figure being the Mama Ra figure. This feature was activated by the power ring, which took an AAA battery. When the power ring was inserted into a hole in Line-O's back, his eyes lit up. When not in use, the power ring could be worn on your hand, not on Line-O's hands, but your hand as a ring, as it had a Thundercats insignia on the top, and it also had a Thundercats insignia on the top of the ring. Line-O came with 3 accessories: the power ring, the Sword of Omens and a claw shield. The Sword of Omens and the claw shield were both made from red plastic, but the blade hilt and the Eye of Thunderer were painted silver. The claw shield could be easily clipped onto Lino's left arm to protect it in battle. He was painted wearing a light blue vest and boots, cream gauntlets or gloves, and a wide blue belt with a Thundercats logo belt buckle. His skin or fur was a very light brown or flesh colour. The sculpting on his torso and arms was pretty basic and straightforward, with some muscle definition on his arms and body, as well as some abs. His head sculpt was very detailed, with red eyebrows and a cream outline around his eyes and mouth. His eyes were also fully painted. The detail and paintwork on the head sculpt were perfect and very accurate to the cartoon character. As with many figures in the 80s, the articulation on this was very basic. His head could be turned from left to right, and his arms moved up and down, as did his legs, and that was about it. There were 3 variations of the Lino figure, one with red hair and accessories, one with orange hair, and one with maroon hair. Be careful when buying these mint on the card or loose on the secondary market, because if the figure has red hair, then the variant accessory should also be the same colour. So if you see any that have mixed colours, they aren't the originals with the figure. Other companies were also licensed to produce and release these figures in other countries, and often they had differences to the LJN Lino figure, which is classified as the standard. These companies were Playful in Argentina, Rainbow Toys in England, and Childbro in Germany. The Playful Lino produced in Argentina did not have the light up eyes feature, and only the blade on the sword was painted silver. Also, the Snarf figure that was sold with the Lino on some blisters was made from a totally different mould. The German Childbro Lino was commonly referred to as the olive green Lino due to the slightly green tint on its torso, arms and bottom jaw. The English Rainbow Toys release had no variations to the LJN line. These figures are valued mint on the card for approximately $1,500. When researching this video, I only found one of these that had been sold mint on the card in the last year on eBay. Mint, loose and complete, he sells for between $60 and $150, and loose, depending on his condition, for between $5 and $20. Please note, these prices are for information only and are not an offer or solicitation to buy any at this price. If you would like to support this channel so I can continue making these videos, you can do so by becoming an AFR member.
Welcome to the best action figure guide in the world, the largest database of action figures on the internet with 60,000 plus individual vintage action figures listed, including Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles, and many, many more. Each toy listing has information on its release date, the manufacturer, product number, its rarity, and the historical value of the toy.
To join, check out the link in the description box below. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe below, and click on the notification bell to be notified of any future releases. Until next time, take care. Bye for now.
actionfigureresource.com. Yesterday's toys, today's treasures.